Hey everyone. Yeah, I guess Nice not the only one to do a mega Blu-ray, if not DVD update for you guys. Yeah, it's a mega one, if you will, because I don't know if I may have shown you some of these already, but some of them have not been seen, and yeah, it's been a while since I've done an update for you guys. But yeah, it's been quite a while. But so I've been, yeah, like I said, it's been quite a while. I've been working, stuff like that. So you're probably wondering exactly how much do I have to update you guys on? Well, it's quite a lot. I mean, if you saw my personal updated Blu-ray DVD update, or kind of like collection, if you will, then you kind of have an idea that some new stuff has been added to the collection, but you probably haven't seen all of it just yet. All of it basically being all the way around, if you know what I mean. So, so with that said, we're going to move some of the Blu-rays over here, and it's a very authentic collection, if you will, because there are there are DVDs and there are Blu-rays. But I'm gonna try to get some of the DVDs here first, so you can see those. Let me gather up them right here. So like I said, you can, oh shoot. So like I said, you can see these. So yeah, it's been quite a while. So let's start off by looking at the DVDs. First of all, since I got it in my hand, we'll start off with WrestleMania 32. It's actually on 2 discs. Yeah, I actually had to put it on 2 discs. Had to go the 1 hour option, the 1 hour high quality option on the second disc, because, I thought, oh, it's going to be about 4 hours, like usually WrestleMania is. Nope, this one was probably the longest WrestleMania on record, at nearly 5 hours, and it took all of the first disc, all 4 hours LP recording mode on that, as well as it took all of a majority, if not almost all of the 1 hour HQ recording format on the second disc to get it all recorded. So yeah, I got WrestleMania 32 here, recorded it off pay-per-view and off HD. Only way I was able to record it off HD was through Component, so it kind of squared in. I had to widen it with the wide option on my TV, but it might look better when I watch it on the big screen here, because my TV is a smart TV, the HD TV here is not. So go figure. Sorry about that, but go figure. But anyway, there's WrestleMania 32. Then next up, I had a couple of these. Rented from Netflix, just like I have some right now. And I had them rented from Netflix since August of last year. I think it was August or October. I think it was on August of last year, I believe, or October. And I hadn't, DVD fabbed them, used the DVD fab program or software to make copies of them yet for myself until recently. So I finally decided to do that. And the first one we have is the 1971 animated musical adaptation of the musical Shinbone Alley. Shinbone Alley was a musical on Broadway, still is a musical on Broadway, and it was done in an animated format. I think released by Warner Brothers, I believe, back in 1971. I'm not really sure, but Image Entertainment released it on DVD. It has yet to get a Blu-ray release yet. Hopefully it'll get that next, but Image Entertainment did release it on DVD. Very interesting, I guess you could say, kind of pivotal, if not historic, animated film, because it is based off a Broadway musical. But instead of using like people and regular people, they use cats. They use animals basically. They use cats, insects, stuff like that. Cats, cockroaches, whatever. Excuse me. To portray the parts of the characters in Shinbone Alley. So, if you're looking for, I guess you could say, historic animated piece based on a musical with a different interpretation in a sense, definitely go with Shinbone Alley. Another reason for this as well is because it actually has the original Broadway cast voicing the characters, with a few exceptions. So, definitely check that out if you want to. But, yeah, I got Shinbone Alley. Next up, I got one of the most proclaimed, if not one of the most proclaimed anime thrillers, suspense anime thrillers out there, and that is Pacific Blue. And if you watch some movies, I think there's one live action movie that came out years later, that some of the live action films you see here in America, they actually take scenes and recreate them for their films, and they get it. They got some of those scenes. From Pacific Blue. So, got Pacific Blue right here. Like I said, it's one of the most acclaimed suspense thrillers, suspense anime thrillers out there, with somewhat of a twist, a twist of an ending that makes you question what's real, what's not. So, got that, and then got the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex solid state society film, which they also did a series on. And I do plan to get the new movie as well. I'm going to try to find it on Blu-ray. I think it's on Blu-ray. Should be, because we only have the DVD at my job. But here we have Ghost in the Shell standalone complex solid state society. So I have this now along with the 25th anniversary Blu-ray edition of the of the original Ghost in the Shell movie. So there we go there. Then next up, excuse me. Then next up, this is a rare animated film. And if you've watched Rob the Wonderful here on YouTube at planetrob.com, you may have seen him review this already. It's a rare animated film that was done that has Lou Schumacher's name attached to it. And it's Robin and the Dream Weavers. And it's an animated feature that was never released officially. I mean, it's done, it's completed, everything, but it was never released officially. I don't know how people got their hands on a copy of it, but it's out there. I was able to get a torrent of it, and finally decided to use the Windows DVD Maker to get it on DVD. So here it is, Robin and the Dream Weavers. And if you want to check out one of Lou Schumacher's last animated projects, or he was associated with in some way, look this up in a torrent. You should be able to download it on a torrent without no problem. Then next up, we have an HD. Let me make this perfectly clear. An HD cam version, sort of telesynced, if you will, of Zootopia. Yeah, I got Zootopia. An HD cam version that's sort of telesynced. And the reason I say that is because it was filmed in a Latin, Mexico, in a theater somewhere in Mexico, because you could tell just by the, some of the words were switched around. Not the language itself, the language was English, but some of it was, switched around, like the words on the screen were switched to Spanish words instead of English words. So language was still English, but like I said, some of the words you would see on the screen, like in the backgrounds, were in Spanish. So, and the reason I say it's kind of telesynced is because you hear people in the background, like especially towards the end when they're showing the credits during the concert. Yeah, that's basically why. But I do have it. I am going to try to find a more decent copy because I haven't been able to go see it in the theaters. That's the unfortunate part. Excuse me. Like I said, that's the unfortunate part. Now, next up, we have something I got my mom. And this is the first ever word for word unedited movie adaptation. That's my first ever word for word movie adaptation. It is the Gospel of John. Yeah. And it's actually got a lot of different ways you can listen to it. It's got the Holy Bible version, the New International Version, the King James Bible, and the 1960 Spanish René Valère edition. All put here on DVD. But it's basically word for word. My mom was watching it one time, and basically it is exactly word for word. It's basically the Gospel of John brought to life. And it has a runtime, excuse me, it has a runtime of 161 minutes. So basically 2 hours, 41 minutes of the Gospel of John. So if you want to listen to something, excuse me, if you want to watch and listen to something like watch and listen to the Gospel of John and not have to bring out your Bible to do so, if you want to follow word by word, this is a good way to do it. So yeah. All right, next up, let me kind of put them together. And hold on for a sec. Oh. My dog just knocked down the cord. Hold on, I'm sorry about that. One thing about charging and recording, that could happen. And I don't have no pause button on it either, so I can't do that. But yeah, like I was saying, if you want a word for word addition, you want to follow word by word in your Bible to the Gospel of John, and you want some visuals to it, then that's the one way to go. Sorry, hold on for a sec. I have to take some cough syrup. Don't want to keep coughing while I'm talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, getting back here. Sorry about that. Next up, we have two that I got from, I can't think of his name right now. He's on ioffer.com. I know his name when I see it. But he's got two different names, two different accounts on iOffer, but it's basically the same thing. And I was able to get these from him because these are complete series that you won't be necessarily able to see officially on DVD, One, especially because of all the music licensing and copyright. And the other, you would think, well, you know, N-Circle has the rights to it, or the video distributing rights. Why not just do a complete series, right? Well, the two DVDs or two series that I'm talking about are the complete series of Kid Video and the Get Along Gang. That's right. And Kid Video is 4 discs, as you can see right there. It's the complete series, both seasons. And the Get Along Gang is 3 discs, as you can see right there. Oh yeah, and I also have the complete series of Ewoks, the Star Wars Ewoks cartoon. I do have that. I do have the complete series of the Ewoks on DVD as well, but I didn't buy that or anything from somebody off iOffer. Like I said, I didn't buy that off somebody off of iOffer, no. I actually downloaded a torrent of the entire series, and it took about 4 discs. Well, actually 5 discs to be exact. 4.5 if you will. Because I had like 2 episodes that had to go on their own disc to do that. So yeah, I do have Star Wars, the Ewoks cartoon, complete series of it on a 4.5, actually 5 disc set. So I do have that. Just to let you know, it's in my room right now, but I'm not going to go and get it. But I am telling the truth. You can actually see it in my DVD, personal DVD, a Blu-ray DVD update collection video that I did. Okay, so yeah, I do have those now. And like I said, this one is the only one that will probably never get an official DVD release or even Blu-ray release due to all the musical copyrights and stuff like that. So there's those. Then next up, I got this for Christmas. I think I may have shown this. I'm not really sure. This is Owen Hart, Heart of Gold. This is basically, in a sense, the Owen Hart story, along with some of his best matches. Yeah, my mom got me this for Christmas. So I'm really happy to have that. And like I said, it's a 3-disc set. You can see there. And I think they said they had trouble trying to get this out because of all the legal issues, if you catch my drift. So there's that. And then next up, I've been holding off on this, been wanting to get it, been holding off, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to get it now, get it out of the way. And with the exception of the sequel to this series, once I get that sequel, I will have all connections to Generation 1, as well as Generation 1 itself, together at last. And what I'm talking about is the complete series, the 15th anniversary edition complete series of Beast Wars. That's right, I got Beast Wars finally. And there you go right there. I got Beast Wars finally. It comes with a little comic book timeline, sort of a prelude. Also with an episode guide right here. And then here it says Season 1 and Season 2 and 3. Right here. Season 1 and Season 2 and 3. Which is pretty cool.